actually Jarvan's sigil. Not only can it also be seen on his seal, but you can see it on his armor. But this scene also confirms that there is a big retcon happening. Because for the events of the Maidseeker, Xin Zhao was supposed to be there in the Messiah, for the death of King Jarvan III. But now it is confirmed that he is dead and that Prince Jarvan knows that he died. Truth be told, Xin Zhao not being there is not going to change anything in the story. It's kind of like a detail, but what is scary is that even if this gets retconned, Riot can still make it work. And they can make it work if it turns out that this is not Jarvan. What if this is LeBlanc? You see, she already imitated Jarvan multiple times before, and so what if this is LeBlanc pretending to be Jarvan? Accepting the message that Xin Zhao died, after which she sends Yunera home and she pretends to be Xin Zhao. From that point on, Xin Zhao's story could continue as it did before, except now it was LeBlanc the entire time. I do believe that there would be a little bit too much of LeBlanc in our day-to-day story. However, Riot can still make it work, which is where we get to one last thing. In the background of the final scene you can hear bells. There are some people who believe that this could be King Jarvan III dying, but I do believe it will be a little bit too early for that. Not to mention Jarvan is supposed to be in the capital city fighting Silas as his father is dying, so it simply wouldn't line up. Instead it is just the noon, so Demacia is signaling the noon, and it just happens to line up with Xin Zhao dying, so it is also signaling his death, which also made me realize there is technically no proof that this is the capital city of Demacia. If anything, the design more closely resembles High Silvermere, which again is where the Silverwing riders are from, so it makes sense, but that is it for the cinematic. I have to say this was a really good cinematic full of some really good lore. And yes, I kinda like how the logo of League of Legends at the end gets dispelled by Sonus magic as it got consumed by darkness at the beginning. But overall I would say it wasn't as hypey as the other ones, and that is because again, while this was a really good introduction for Demacia, and I still think this entire cinematic was really good, it was missing some of the hypier battles or something. Again, it was our favorite Demacia heroes fighting no-named characters, and I can't believe they didn't even show Nocturne if that was Nocturne, though I will say I still love the fact that this is continuing the storyline from before, which truly makes this feel like a living, breathing world, and I do believe Riot is totally doing all of that for one simple reason. They are setting up the MMO once again, and I can guarantee you that the Elder Dragon is totally gonna be a raid boss somewhere in that cave.